Hello and welcome, dear friends and family of the Gnostic Takeover idea. And as we know from the great movie V for Vendetta, ideas are bulletproof, Mr. Creedy. And I have a special live stream today for you that I'm recording. I don't give a damn how the quality is going to look like, as I'm going to be speaking about this topic that I'm talking about today in a separate video, because this is huge. I don't know what happened today, but I unpacked a massive decoding, an unbelievable decoding, which is why I like to use the picture that you can see on this video. That is also on the Gnostic Takeover channel right now. And in the community, I'm really going to speak about, they don't want me speaking at all anyway, but now this is what they really absolutely don't want anyone to be speaking about, especially not me speaking about that right now, because I'm talking about the key that unlocks all the doors. The key that unlocks every prison that they could ever set up. And this truly is information that they don't want you to know. And I'm going to be speaking about the subject of the synchronicity wave. Wetiko is the resistance. And the synchronicity wave is huge. It's the ultimate. It's what I would describe as you logging on to the natural internet, to, in other words, to Sophia's dreaming, Sophia's dreaming. That's more like the fire, the element of fire that's coming online with the 21st of March. That's more appropriate. 28th of March is my birthday. So, as most know, I'm 4 times Aries. That's overflow of fire. And Sophia's dreaming is logging on to the natural organic internet. In other words, to the natural organic reality. Unhacking all the hacks of the Wetiko matrix that is like onion rings. Alright, we don't know how many dimensions. I don't know. I don't know how many dimensions there are. Could be infinite, could be 144, I don't know. Could be 9, I don't know. But what's more important is metaphors. So these fake, artificial reality matrices that are Wetiko based. They're informed by Wetiko. Reality impositions, in other words. The matrix. These are onion rings of perception loops. And this is what I'm emphasizing. My point more and more is about anchoring ourselves in original natural reality, or what in the Hermetic tradition was called primary reality. To anchor in that reality and to express yourself in that reality and to experience that reality is where you're coming deeper and deeper into knowledge of the self, who you truly are, the incredible power that every being has. Everyone listening to this, mankind. 14 participants here only, and yes, there's people that have far greater viewers in the quantity, however, not in the quality of the information that I'm sharing with you. And I'm saying that because I know this to be true. The quality of information that I share is off the charts. It's the highest level of information of the information pyramid. I'm given this information by forces of ultimate power to share. That's my job as the diplomat of Earth, is to share this information with you. So I'll be talking about law, I'll be talking about the nature of reality, I'll be talking about Wetiko. I can talk about many things. There's many levels that I cover. With high level intelligence, off the charts. That's why my live streams are interfered with a lot. You got to ask yourself the question, why? That's a compliment. So I'm at a point right now where I don't even care if they interfere. I don't even have to do a high command anymore. I really don't care, because you know what? Whatever. I do what I do anyway. I don't care if it looks good or not. All I know is I just experienced something absolutely extraordinary. Do you know about glitches of the Matrix? Have you, when you think back on that, when you reflect in the moment right now, what situation comes to your mind that you would say are a glitch in the Matrix? In the movie, there's a black cat running. Only about black cats. They can come in any way, shape, or form. I just experienced a massive glitch of the Matrix, and they're freaking out because I decoded it. They absolutely freaked out. Like, seriously. And since then, I'm in such a relaxed state. So let me put this into perspective and talk about what we did today. Today has been another great day along my awakening journey, spent together with Lisandra. I don't have any friends. Don't need any friends. I have Lisandra in my life. And what I'm going to explain to you, I'm going to have Errol back in my life soon. I'm going to have Leonie back in my life soon. And boy, is the party going to start then. So, woke up today and flowingly, after having a sip of coffee, chilling with the coffee in the morning, in a state of flow, I was suddenly like, hey Liz, can I have your phone? Yeah, she gives me the phone. I call up at the BFA, the Bundesamt für Fremdenwesen und Asyl. What I've already explained to people before is the alien station, the institution for aliens, and yeah, psychiatric asylum, seeking asylum in the psychiatric asylum, basically. Okay, the institution that are keeping Errol hostage. So I phoned up there, and funnily enough, the place where we used to be ignored, they didn't pick up the phone anymore with us. Suddenly, they pick up the phone, and I'm speaking to someone, and she actually wants to connect me with someone. It's never happened before. Before they would just, oh, I can't deal with it, and they just put the phone down with you. It's amazing. So that was a change of energy. So I'm like curious. All right. And she says eventually after the second phone call, because she said phone again at 1 o'clock. So up at 1 o'clock. She wanted to connect me again. No one picked up. And she said, yeah, we're going to call you back. Obviously, no one calls back because they know the mafia is in charge. It's outside of their responsibility. So everyone just hopes that they don't get the sword. What they don't know is that I love mankind. I'm not going to hurt anyone. In fact, I'm never going to financially destroy anyone of mankind, even not those who serve the dark force. Which is the reason why what I'm doing is going to be a full success, full glory, genius. It's genius what I'm doing right now. Getting Errol and Leonie out. Absolute genius. Absolute maverick. So then, after the phone call, I start writing. And it flows. It basically flowed, and I was like, and I was like conducting a nice musical theater, artistic. And I'm like, ooh, nice. So I finished that. And then we take off to print out the document by a man, my name, and notice to the man who at times acts as director and this and that, and vice director, this and that, and only the head of the institution, the and the vice, because no one wants to take responsibility in the case of Errol Kaya. They're all hiding. So the only names that I can find out is this. You happen to be the boss, so yeah, that's how you do it. We go and print that out. We send off the letter. In between, I'll take the pyramid that I got in Bosnia. I put the pyramid on the letter and I inform the letter, the paper. I inform it with the information of the highest source, invoking forces of ultimate power and the entire force of the one and only highest source of evolution for justice and the freedom for Errol Kaya and Leonie Maria Stadler. That's what I did. On the way to the post office, that's how you do it. You inform things. You encode everything with information. That's reality management. That's being a sovereign being, knowing that you will let the energies work. And then, while I was doing that, high commanding, at the end of my high command, I said, I surrender fully to the one and only source that created me. The rest is up to you. I fully surrender. So we put in that post. We leave. And as I come home, because we were back home with my parents, I come home and I see my parents argue. Like, whoa, what the? Has someone dropped a nuke in there? Like, they're going crazy. Like, not physically crazy, but just like, he said this, I said, like child play in masculine and feminine form. Just going crazy. Like, he said this, he said that, and I'm looking there. I'm standing there. I just posted my letter, my notice. I'm in a good mood, and I feel so balanced and calm. And I'm like, this is how Wetiko feels like right now. Because what is Wetiko? The archetypal figure, the archetypal energy of Satan is Wetiko. And it manifests as childlike behavior, argument, controversy. That's why the legal system that is based on controversy and controversy that is not clarified leads to arguments. Name calling, this, you're that, you said this and that. The legal society complains. You know who the whole legal society is based on complaint. No, I don't complain. I file claims. That's what a man does. A true man Oh, I've got evidence to my claim. His said claim. Here's the evidence. Oh no, I'm not dealing with your shit. Controversy, conspiracy theory. What's wrong with you? I've got my claim. I'm showing evidence, proof of claim. That's what a man does. So coming back to my parents at each other. And I was smiling. I told Liz, I said, like, you want any proof that it's working what we're doing? Look how Wetiko. Look how Wetiko. You can observe Wetiko around you. Through controversy and argument. Yeah, he's crying. Yeah, you're about to lose Errol back. We're about to get Leone back. Full charge, full power. I can even feel it here now. Throughout my belly and my heart, there's energy flowing. I know it. Don't need anyone to tell me otherwise. I am the news, the same as I am the law. Don't impose anything on me of the news. I'm not in Ukraine. I am the law. I am the news. I create the news. That's the new paradigm. From the inside out. And so I'm seeing Wetiko go crazy, and I'm like, yeah, it's work, but it goes on. Walk. I take my shoes off for a while, do some grounding, well, like I always like to do. For around about 10 minutes, we come back from the walk and then we take off. And in the car, always when you're driving, when you're in motion, generally, this is what kicks the decoding in. Coding really works well when you're flowing, when you're in motion, like with the vehicle we were. And I'm starting to decode like nothing, like wow. So I decoded something. I'm going to speak about this. This is for this massive glitch of the matrix. I'm going to talk about it. So I decode something, the huge topic. Okay, you know what I called it? I called it the law of synchronicity. That's what I called it. I decoded that. I'm going to share it. And straight after I decoded it, I shared it with Liz. We pull over to put some petrol into the tank of the vehicle. And the prices have gone down. This, when you think deeper about it, there's a massive glitch in the matrix there also. Because it's not working what they tried. They tried and it's not working. The reality hack is not collapsing into particularized form from the wave function. The wave function is not collapsing into particularized form in the form of a matrix artificial reality anymore. And therefore, the that they will take 20 cents off the price. I mean, it's pathetic. I don't want to comment on it, but they take 20 cents off the petrol price, 20 cents as of the 1st of April. And that's all manipulation bullshit, because they April and A on the 7th come down. Men with yeah, again, my they don't want me to speak about this. Their microphone, ha, unbelievable, massive glitch of here as I'm speaking to you. I'm speaking the truth. This controlled reality, as I say so. forces of ultimate power have decided so. Risen in Untersberg did ceremony there. As lions. Then and for the kingdom, the rooms, for a reason. That's for ultimate power. That happened at night between Monday and Tuesday. Happened the night from Tuesday to Wednesday. On Tuesday, we sent off the notice and everything right now. An artificial reality cannot manifest anymore, and we're anchoring in natural organic reality. That's what's happening, and this is what I call the Great Reset on the 21st of March in 2022. They just tried to scare me by switching off my microphone, and it ain't working. And the forces of ultimate power have just intervened to let me speak, because I have the duty to communicate this. Something extraordinary is happening right now. We're about to bust, and we are already busting. We have already busted, and we continue to bust all of the reality hacks and impositions of the matrix, reality bubbles. They're all busting. It's not working anymore. And humanity, mankind, is about to be freed forever. That's the truth. That's where I put my signature. Because I speak in the name of the one and only truth, because I have no other choice. When you're at the point where I am, you have no other choice but to speak the truth. I don't earn any money from this. I'm just, each day by day, I'm just serving Earth and the forces of ultimate power, of the one and only highest source that created it all. You think there's only forces here? Well, go and think about the level of manipulation in our world, that all of the alternative media is all based on the focus of the dark forces. They're going to do this, they're going to do that, they're doing this, they're doing that. Do you hear anyone speak about the forces of ultimate power that want freedom, that want the truth? Do you hear that from them? I don't think so. Now you ask yourself why. Why is it me talking about it? It's the truth. Oh, you think there's darkness? So you don't think there's light? And the effect that has on everything. Forces of ultimate power that reside in places like the Untersberg, heart of Earth, and in the Stephansdom, in Vienna, many other places. It's anchoring in this reality. This is what's happening right now. So, I saw, before that glitch I'm going to talk about, the law of synchronicity that I decoded. I saw 5 sevens where we put a full tank in. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Yeah. And I decoded the law of synchronicity. You see, I know I'm creating the reality. I'm anchored in the reality right now, original natural reality, where Errol Kaya is free, where Leonie Maria Stadler is free. I am in that reality right now, speaking to you right now. And you know why I created that reality according to the law of synchronicity, and why I'm on the synchronicity wave, flowing with it. You know why? Because I don't care anymore if it doesn't happen. I'm at a point where I'm doing what I'm doing. I'll continue doing what I'm doing. I got the learning lesson that I need to do this knowledge, the law for mankind, and everything that I am about. Share all of this the whole time, 24/7, wherever I go, whatever I do. Just going to do that, continue doing that. I get it. So I've lost all resistance that it doesn't happen, and be all crybaby and frustrated when it doesn't happen. I lost that today. Like a little bit more than an hour ago, I lost it. Not to be retrieved anymore. It's like the rabbit out of the hat. The rabbit's out of the hat and it ain't coming back anymore. I lost all want or need to control anything. I'm held in the hands of the one and only source that created me. In the one and only truth of the one and only light of the truth. In freedom. That's the place I reside in right now. And the Matrix now is trying everything to get me out of that state. So, I'll get to the glitch in the Matrix that happened. But the Matrix is trying everything to get me out of the state right now. But they can only do it through the media, through news. The news. Fake news. Don't apply to me because I am the news, the same as I am the law. I create reality. No one manufactures reality for me. I do not consent to any reality hacks. I create reality. So the Matrix, Wetiko, the Wetiko Matrix is trying to scare me. Like they switched off the microphone there. Oh, see what we can do. Well, I know what Windows 10 is capable of doing. But there's only so much you can do, isn't there? Because we've got the forces of ultimate power, seeing, listening, everything. Knowing what I'm doing, taking care and protecting what I'm doing. I got them on my side. Yes, I know that. Beautiful. That's alliance. And the way they are trying to scare me, like with the microphone, is I open up Telegram, I see my mum wrote to me, and she said, oh my God, look, they're doing this. You see, they're doing this, they're doing that. And now they don't want to influence me over my mum. Having an article about a woman here in Austria who's about to get arrested because she's got all these fines. And now she has to go to prison, and the Wetiko Matrix tries to scare me because it didn't work yesterday with the organizer of the demonstration where I spoke. They had everywhere across in the news. Oh my God, he's been to court and he's gonna have to stay in the prison. And, that didn't work. So, it doesn't, they're not very creative. They're gonna continue trying again. So now they've got another activist. Oh, and she has to go to prison because of all these fines. Well, the diplomat of Earth asks, where's the signature to all these fines? Where's the signature to any of your paperwork? Because if you haven't signed any of your paperwork with wet ink signature, then it is not law. And you can't move along anywhere because no one's taking responsibility for the order. No one is taking responsibility for the order. That's why they talk about signing a contract with the devil, because it's you, stupid, who signs a contract with the devil. Does the bugger ever sign anything? No. He manipulates you and tries to put fear into your mind and doubts, and like, is it really like that? Are you afraid? Are you afraid? Are you afraid? He manipulates you, intimidates you to get you to sign. But the bloody bugger doesn't ever sign anything. They're contract with the devil, but it's you, stupid, signing it, not the devil, representing the field of Wetiko. This is what unravels their entire system. Everything that they've done up to this point is unraveled when you say no signature. You're not signing anything, so you're not acting in a government capacity for the public, are you? You're not a public official, are you? Because if you were a public official, you'd have to sign and take responsibility, because government from now on is all about accountability and responsibility. Just because you've diminished accountability and responsibility doesn't mean that it has vanished magically. It's still there. Always has been there, always will be there. Accountability, responsibility. And we're getting that back now. It's a great privilege to be a public official. And you're going to find that out again. Can't just do whatever you want and then like, whoops, we committed genocide. Oops. No, ain't working. Diplomat of the Earth has said that because I say so. Yeah. So that's how they try to scare you. Oh, the people that you know, that you've had contact with, they're being thrown into a prison cell now. Yeah, because they don't decode Wetiko. Because they don't decode the field that animates, that informs all of the agents. That's what I'm doing, slaying the field of Wetiko. Closing all the doors of Wetiko. Then it can't manifest. I saw it today at my parents' home. The police suddenly just drove by. And they just passed by. Yeah, because no foothold. Wetiko cannot manifest. The moral command the immoral. So, the Matrix is trying to scare people that are in that state of being that I am right now. Because I'm manifesting big time. And it's their worst nightmare. Because when Errol comes out, and Leone come out, ooh, yep. Next level. And it's only a matter of time. You see, I don't care when it happens. I'm not going to be crying about it. Because I am the law. I am reality. I am the being observing this reality. It's Eagle Thunderbird vision looking into this reality. I know it's going to come. And you see, because I don't care anymore that it happens, and I won't be sad if it doesn't happen, that is the only reason why it's going to happen. And that is what is the law of synchronicity. The law of synchronicity is that it's only going to happen when you let go of it wanting to happen. And you just say, yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Because you know how reality works. You've let go. You've let go of your control. And now things flow. That's how it truly works, the law of synchronicity. Only because you don't care if it's going to happen, is it going to happen. That's a paradoxon. It's a paradox. And that's how you know you're enacting the will of the source, because the source is a paradox. And you come to full equilibrium with that. Because you're beyond the black and white matrix. It is or it isn't. It is or it isn't. No, it is and it isn't. And I'm fine with that. As it goes in the Hermetic teachings, all paradoxes may be reconciled. And I'm at a place where I'm at a level of consciousness where I know that all paradoxes are reconciled. It's beautiful. So thankful for this life, for the natural order, how everything works in this universe and throughout creation. I could cry right now. That's how beautiful it is. So when I was in that state of being, what I talked about, the extraordinary experience that I had, the glitch in the matrix, happened because I was in that zone. I was in the zone, you see. To be in the zone. Do you know that expression? Footballers use it sometimes when they're really like nothing can touch them. That's or poker players in the zone where they can read the cards of the opponent when you're totally in the zone. But yeah, because you're one with everything. The individual in that magical moment morphs with the collective and becomes one at the same. You're in the zone. You are that which observes reality and the reality that is being observed at the same time, which is called enlightenment, being awake in the dream. That's what I felt today, and straight away a hack tried to come in the form of a glitch in the matrix. And they did it again, they had to do it again. And they had to back off again, because then more decoding comes, and it's just a beautiful time right now. So we were driving in the car. I was explaining to all of this to Liz, who's still having trouble with the decoding. Not trouble, but it's just everything takes the time that it takes. That's all. That's all it is. It's no tickling competition. No one, oh, I get there first, haha. That's not what it's about. All I can say is that when you stop being needy, that's you see, the Wetiko. Neediness. When you stop being that, then you manifest. That's why they call the field of Wetiko in the Gnostic teaching the demi-urge. The urge. Oh, I so want to have Errol back, which is the reason why you're not getting Errol back. But I so wanted. No, you're not getting it. The source decides. And now I'm in a place where fuck it. I've done that twice, 3 times. I'm not going to get worried about it. Because Errol is with me. It's already done. If it doesn't happen, I don't care. It's going to happen anyway. Because that's reality. I am reality. I am the law. I'm everything. Taking full responsibility over the situation is what this means. So we're driving in the car, coming back. We're driving in the car. I'm telling all of this to Liz, and suddenly I see there was an accident in front of us. And I'm like, ooh, this looks like a hack. So what I do is I fit, and there was an emergency in front of us, emergency bus with cars and all that, and the guys showed us like, yeah, go on. So we drive on, and then the car behind us starts flashing the lights, and I'm like, ooh, they want to scare this. They wanted to build up the fear so they can insert the hack even more through the fear. That's what they tried with the microphone. Didn't work because I'm laughing at them. I know what Windows 10 is capable of. Why should, of course, all the intelligence agencies are listening to all of this? Because it's Planetary Intelligence Agency, in other words, the Department of the Sleigh. And you know what happens at the Department of the Sleigh? And it only goes one way. Because we are not to be questioned. We don't answer any questions. We are the ones asking the fucking questions. In full authority on earth, authority given to us by earth. We don't answer any questions. We're the ones asking the fucking questions. Because we're not the ones who have caused this problem anymore. There's levels of complicity. That's what I explained also in one of the last videos. We continue this problem when we are complicit in the problem. But I'm not complicit with the cause of the problem when I'm telling criminals that we don't answer any questions because we're the ones asking the fucking questions. Planetary intelligence, authorized by the source that created Wetiko and all of you, the intelligence agencies. That is what is called authority. So coming back to the story that I was talking about. First you have the ambulance, the cars, the guy waves us on. Yeah, go on, we go on. And flashing lights from the car behind us. I don't buy into the fear. And the car stops immediately. Flashing lights. For no reason. But I decoded it was a glitch in the matrix. That's how they were freaking out. What happens normally after that is, then I come home, I open up the Telegram. Straight away my mother, oh my God, they want to arrest another activist, and trying to put fear into me. And that's not working. It's all consent based, and they want to pull you down the frequencies. Well, they're not getting to my fucking frequency. I'm on the highest frequency than I've ever been. Full trust. Total trust in the forces that have created this realm. That I'm one with, that I'm in alliance with, that want freedom for humanity and the truth, the inevitable conclusion, the convergence of the timelines to one timeline and one timeline only, where all of the artificial overlay copies of the reality matrix, the onion rings, all get slayed, and only the one is there, the organic natural reality. Dia's dreaming, Sophia's dreaming, the Earth's dreaming, Schumann resonance, a different reality station that we all anchor ourselves into. The end of wars, the end of conflict, the beginning of evolution and the future. We didn't come here to be suffocated. We didn't come here to be slaves. We didn't come here to be someone's dog and work for them and pay taxes to a mafia that is blood sacrificing children in the dungeons. I didn't fucking come here to do that. Because I know myself. Because I know the enemy. That's why I know myself. I came here to do something completely different. Which is to manifest an idea. Taking the planet back. And ideas are bulletproof. That's why no one can stop me. Because taking the planet back is what the forces of ultimate power that reside in the Unterspirit, that are in the Stephansdom, that govern this reality. The biggest power ever is here and wants freedom for mankind now, with the great reset happening that they fake copied, because that's all they can do, imitate and copy the great reset of the natural order, natural organic reality on the 21st of March 2022. Where all evil is eliminated because it only served the purpose, the learning purpose, to become moral. That's what all of this has always been about, is we just have to become moral. Not continue causing suffering. If you want to be free, you have to slay your addictions. I know the drive for meat. I've had it myself. I slayed it. You know what the only reason why people want to eat meat is? It's the energy of death. That's addiction. That's the addiction, the energy of death, that they want to eat it. However, the Matrix encodes the information like is seen in the Matrix movie with Cypher, when he says ignorance is bliss when he eats his steak. The matrix informs the mind that it tastes good, but what it really is the energy of death. If you want to be free, you have to stop harming your environment, animals. You have to stop harming nature. You have to stop harming yourself. The one thing that most forget about. Stop harming yourself. Stop doubting yourself. Slay in the ice cold water if you want to be free. Do you really want to be free, or do you just want to continue entertaining yourself with the alternative media? You're not getting any entertainment from me. I will never entertain you. The very reason why I'm here is to end all entertainment. I'm the first one to call for a party when this is done. No entertainment when it comes to truth and freedom. That's why I'm slaying everyone from the alternative media who is despicably deceiving my humanity, my people. I don't stand for any of it. I only stand for truth, freedom, and justice, and I will get what I want, because that is what the forces of ultimate power want. It's one will. It's the will of the source that created everything. That's the will of the source. And we have done it, because you always have to affirm in the now. We have done it. Freedom for mankind is the reality. How the doubts in your mind as you hear that are just the hacks that they want to impose on you to never know what I just told you, that reality of freedom is an inevitability, and the reality that you decode, that I decode, that all of us decode, because we deserve it. We deserve the glory. We deserve the victory. We deserve pure life force flowing everywhere. The human family connecting with each other, learning from each other, learning about all cultures. And bring freedom to the animal kingdom also, by stop slaughtering our animals and realize that they're a sentient presence also. What I'm talking about is we really have to love each other again and realize that the reason why we came into all of this mess is because we just disrespectfully have mistreated each other, but no more. We all learn from each other now. And the Archon Vampire Empire is no more, because the whole field of Wetiko is now under checkmate. Because I say so. Has to be so because of the power of the One. All I'm doing is serving a pioneer function, because I'm quadruple Aries. It's what I came here to do. To pioneer this information, which is at the top of the information pyramid. This is what my job is. This is what I do every day. This is what you listen to every time you tune into. And whilst I'm gone from this, I go into self-reflection, which is why I managed to come where I am. Self-reflect, to realize that I was complicit. I was complicit with Errol being taken away, because I can see deeper into the information field, beyond the level of the scene. My blockage within my own being, not giving myself the space to work and stressing myself, putting pressure on myself, was the friction, the resistance, where Wetiko was working through me and disconnecting me from the reality where Errol, Kaya is free. where Leonie Maria Stadler is free. It was my own complicity, unconsciously, that came from the unconscious into the conscious, and I realized the pattern that I'm blocking myself, blocking my access to that reality. And the reality where Errol Kaya and Leonie are free is where I'm tuned in right now, according to the law of synchronicity, which is that I don't care if it doesn't happen. And that's the reason why it's going to happen. Because I let go of control. I fully trust that that is so. I'm in the zone right now. There's nothing taking me out of that. Nothing. They tried during this talk, switch off my microphone. They did it a few times, and then they saw that there is a force of the forces of ultimate power came in, and they're like, yeah. This is why when you watch any other alternative media, you come out feeling worse than before, because their entire basis of what they speak about is the dark side of the force. They're going to do this, they're going to do that, and now they're doing this, they're doing that. While I'm talking about the forces of ultimate power that send me information like the law of synchronicity and how it really works, the real law of manifestation. Real Gnosticism, you set an intention because you're aimed, and now we're looking at this intention. And you're right now in the being and becoming. So people say in their state of being, I want this in this future, and then they move toward that manifestation process, and then they're being confronted with what prevents them from being in that state of being. I want freedom. So then, according to the principle of manifestation and the law of manifestation, I want freedom is the intention, and the source says, oh, great, he finally gets it. So then you're confronted with that which prevents you from being free. That's what you're confronted with, not with the things that you want and that just magically come and you don't have to work anything out because you've dealt with all your childhood trauma already. You're already beyond that. No, you're not. You don't decide that. That's why you have to be honest with yourself. And that's why most of the people who just study the truth, because they're interested in it, they always want an advanced course. Oh no, I don't have to do the basic course. No. Have you got an advanced course to that? Because I've been reading books since 20 years. Who gives a fuck about you? It is what it is. And that's why the law for mankind is so powerful, because it's a basic course. That makes it powerful, because everyone forgets about the basic information. With the Matrix wanting to tune everyone to just intellectualism. And then like, oh, I figured that out, and now I'm going there, and no one wants to do the emotional work. They just want to hang in there like, oh, what's new in the news? Bullshit. That's what's going to keep you trapped in the Matrix. So don't expect any freedom anytime soon, because you're just on the intellectual. No one wants to do the deep water dive, the waters of emotional work. So you have a goal, Gnosticism, aim. Those who are aim telestai. You come from your state of being to what you're becoming. Potential A, potential B, where you want to get to. But there's between those two potentials, there's resistance, Wetiko. So you have to slay Wetiko at any stage there. And only when you got to a place where you let go of control of wanting to have anything, or you're going to be frustrated when you don't get it. You become it by letting go and just say, whatever. Whatever. I don't care, because I know that's how it works. And everything that is truly mine is coming to me magnetically. That's how it works. The law of synchronicity, of reality manifestation, from potential A, from your being, to potential B, to what you want to become. I want to be free. Being merges with the becoming of freedom. And in between there, in those stages, is where Wetiko tries to hack in. And it only hacks in through your shadow sides. Childhood traumas. Traumatization. So all you have to do is slay that. That's why we go in the ice cold water. Oh, can't move on here anymore. Go into the ice cold water, do the breathing. Then you move further ahead, further. And then being and the becoming become one. And it's welcome to a new reality.